Isn't that a fact?
That's probably a fact.
So you haven't reduced the deficit, have you?
The deficit, the debt and deficits are reduced by the president's budget.
How can you go from $33 trillion to $51 trillion and call that a reduction in the deficit?
Because that's a calculation for which you need a baseline, and then you compare the budget and the deficits and debt in the budget with a baseline in which there are none of the changes, either in revenues or in spending, that are proposed in the budget.
Here's my baseline. At the end of this year, we project, people a lot smarter than me, probably not than you, but smarter than me, say that gross debt's $33 trillion. They say if the president's budget is implemented by 2033, it'll be $51 trillion. Isn't that a fact?
If the president's budget is not implemented and none of the changes are made, it will be worse than that. And so the president's budget has improved the fiscal outlook relative to what we would have without the president's proposals.
Even though it raises gross debt from $33 trillion to $51 trillion, you say that's an improvement.
It is an improvement because it raises taxes by more, and it leads to...
That includes taxes. In what world is that an improvement, other than Washington and long land?
It's an improvement in that the revenue increases far exceed proposed investments.
Okay. All right, let me ask you this. Isn't it a fact that in January of 2019, the Federal Reserve issued a warning to Silicon Valley Bank over its risk management systems?
I have no idea. I'm not responsible in any way.
But you're in charge of the banking bailouts and the crisis, right?
I am not involved in banking supervision, and I don't have access to any information about the supervision of Silicon Valley Bank.
Okay, so you don't know whether or not the Fed, you haven't looked to see whether or not the Fed issued a warning, 4 years ago to the bank over its risk management systems?
That's not public information, and it's not
Sure it is. It's in the Wall Street Journal.
Well, it may be in the Wall Street Journal, but it's not public information, and it's not information that I have access to.
Friends, I have good news for seniors and retirees. President Biden has finally laid out his plan that would provide financial relief for millions of Social Security recipients. This plan would require several changes to be made to Social Security and other laws. But it would lead to a monthly benefit increase worth hundreds of dollars. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also note that this coming Friday, I will be announcing more winners for the $75 Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, friends, of winning the giveaways. For many of Social Security's more than 66 million recipients, the monthly income they receive is vital to their financial well-being. Over the past 20 years, between 80% and 90% of the retirees that Gallup has surveyed have responded that Social Security benefits are needed in some capacity to cover their monthly expenses. But this much relied upon program finds itself at a crossroad. Although it can never go bankrupt or become insolvent, its financial foundation is beginning to crumble. The tens of millions of Americans who count on their monthly payout as a necessary source of income are looking to lawmakers in Washington, D.C. to strengthen America's top retirement program. And it all starts at the top with President Biden. Before digging into Biden's plan to fix Social Security, it would first help to understand why the program is facing an uncertain future. Since the first retired worker benefit check was mailed in 1940, the Social Security Board of Trustees has released an annual report detailing the short-term and long-term outlook for the program. This report provides a look at how Social Security generates revenue and where those dollars ultimately end up. Every year since 1985, the Trustees Report has cautioned that Social Security's long-term revenue collection would be insufficient to cover payouts, inclusive of annual cost of living adjustments. So in other words, projected revenue collected in the 75 years following the release of a report would not be enough to cover expected benefit outlays. The magnitude of this funding shortfall has been growing over nearly 4 decades, hitting a jaw-dropping $22.4 trillion in the 2023 Trustees Report. Some experts say that the short reason why Social Security is in trouble is because of demographic changes, which are to blame. This includes baby boomers retiring, increased longevity since 1940, growing income inequality, and record low U.S. birth rates. What's at stake is simple: the financial well-being of our nation's retired workforce. Based on estimates from the newest Trustees Report, the Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund, which is responsible for making monthly retirement and survivor benefits, is expected to exhaust its asset reserves by the year 2033. Should this happen, sweeping benefit cuts of up to 23% may be necessary to ensure no additional benefit cuts are needed through the year 2097. Prior to his election as president in November 2020, then-candidate Biden laid out a 4-point plan designed to overhaul Social Security and strengthen the program. Biden's plan called for increased taxation on the wealthy, as well as higher payouts for aged beneficiaries and lifetime low earners. The core proposal of Biden's plan is to increase the amount of payroll tax paid by our nation's highest earners. In 2023, all earned income between 1 cent and $160,200 is subject to the 12.4% payroll tax. 94% of working Americans earn less than the maximum taxable earnings cap and will therefore pay into Social Security with every dollar they earn. Meanwhile, earned income above $160,200 is exempt from Social Security's payroll tax. Biden's plan is simple. He wants to reintroduce the 12.4% payroll tax on earned income above $400,000 to boost Social Security's revenue. A donut hole would be created for wages and salary between the maximum taxable earnings cap and $400,000, where earnings would remain exempt from the payroll tax. However, this donut hole would close over time due to natural increases in the maximum taxable earnings cap. The other Social Security change proposed by Biden is to increase the special minimum benefit paid to lifetime low-earning workers. In 2023, a lifetime low-earning worker with 30 years of coverage would max out with a benefit check of $1,033 per month, or $12,402 a year. For context, the federal poverty level for a single filer in 2023 is $14,580. Biden's plan would boost a special minimum benefit to 125% of the federal poverty level. For single filers in 2023, it would raise their maximum payout from $1,000 to $1,500. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video. Dearest friends, thank you for joining me here every day and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My friends, the more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, friends, of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed Mother's Day.